Good morning everyone and welcome back. It's another beautiful autumn morning here. Touch on the chilly side. It's the 21st of March today, but it feels like it's like the 20th of April. It feels like we're sort of a month ahead. Autumn came pretty quick and fast. There's also a few places that might be getting frost, which seems on like the early side, but I guess it is what it is. I'm opening up all the gates for Reese to come down because he is almost finished. This is a job for today too, I think. I need to put a new gate on here. I never use it, but what I might do is just put a bungee cord. I probably only need one from that post there across to the fence and tidy this little section up. This is another job I want to do at some point, although it's definitely not urgent. I'd like to replace this fence, put like just a 2-wire electric but a 3-wire fence on here and sort of fix up this. There's concrete posts the whole way along and they're just sort of falling over next to a little bit of drain down there, getting pretty wobbly as they sort of do on the peat, but that's yeah, definitely not urgent. There's actually 5 wires on it, so it's pretty good at the moment. 4 a barbed wire, and then I don't know why, but there's just a normal bit of number 8, which is second off the bottom. Another job I need to whack on the list, however, is to pull these prickly pears out. There's a few starting to pop up around the place. That's these plants just here. It's pretty easy, like doesn't take much to pull them out. You can just do it by hand. Just gotta find the time to come over and spend half an hour. Won't take me half an hour to do this lot, but there is another patch in this paddock down by the gate that's also quite bad, but need to do that before they go brown. These, I'm not sure if you call it a fruit or a seed pod or whatever it is, but these spiky things here, you've got to get them while they're green, otherwise they go brown, crack open, and there's, feels like there's thousands of seeds in them. Oh look, there's the odd one popping up in this paddock too. I need to go back and get the wire cutters because this morning Graham's bringing in the pipes, culvert pipes for in here. I'm going to put a crossing right about here so I can get from this paddock to this paddock, but it's actually more like this block to that block. Reese is just finishing off, he's like just over there, and then he's going to track up and he's got to go all the way sort of around like this, and that's the whole reason we are. Well, I want to put this in. I do need the wire cutters. I might be able to peel it off that end. We'll have a look. I might be able to unthread that actually. I got my fence tester on me. I was going to grab it, but just to be safe, because I really don't like electric shocks. I don't think it's going. No, nothing's showing up. Looks like he's actually just finished up now. He's on the move, he's walking over here. Might be a little while till those pipes turn up. So crack away and do a few little jobs like this. Wish it was that fast in real life, but there's quite a few plants in there. That looks a bit tidier, not quite sure when the pipes are turning up. So he's tracked back here and there's a load of gap 40, I think it is, or gap 20 coming in. Mace is bringing it in, we're just going to put it over the top here. Dad has got a sheet of like weed mat, but I don't know if we need it, really. Far out, that looks a lot better. I was a little bit skeptical because the main water pump is over there. Well, that's the main feeder tank for down here. But I was a little bit skeptical that there might have been a few water lines in there, but it's looking good so far. Well, that looks pretty good. I was a little bit worried it was going to be more than one load, but that's pretty much sorted everything out. I sort of went for that bluish rock. I didn't actually put down that weed mat. I don't think we'll need it, but it's definitely tidied that area up. Real nice. These culvert pipes are turned up though. Oh, they're quite long ones. Nice. They'll do the job. I had to shoot into town. I had a bit of an appointment, so I couldn't film when they're putting the crossing in, but we're up to the last job and it's just whacking these underground cables across. We're actually going to do two. So one across this gateway and then from there to the fence over there. Makes it a bit easier than with the spade. We could have done this one, it's just getting it across the race, that's the hard part. So waited till the digger was here. Give me a little bit more then. Okay. Pretty standard, just underground cable, and we've stuck it through a bit of pipe which just protects it a little bit more while it's underground, because if you get a stone that goes into this then it can start shorting out. But when you stick this up through the post like that, you've also got to kink it and that just stops water getting down there too, so you could have a little bit extra or a little bit spare. This is going to be absolutely awesome. It's actually cutting through the race pretty easy there. Not a heap of rod and rock on it, but clay underneath. That looks so much better. It's opened it up big time. Just a little bit more hedge that Ted doesn't need a cut. That looks, yeah, far out. I've always seen it with that little bit there and thought, oh, it's only a little bit, it's a little bit silly to keep it, but that looks awesome. He's going to give it a bit of a tidy up, I think, a bit of a smooth out. And that is him done. So 3 days with the digger, not quite 3 full days. It was more like probably 2 3/4. So that's not too bad. Got a lot done in those couple of days too. I haven't been over to see the new crossing, so I'm pretty excited to go and have a look, but I noticed this today when I drove past. I was thinking, well, that's a little bit odd. This fence usually isn't that slack. It should be tight. Then I noticed when I came back the other way that this was down, lying on the ground, so that'll be the reason. That'll need replacing. I'm presuming Ted hit it when he was backing up doing this bit of hedge, but yeah, that'll need fixing. Look at this. Oh, that's so good to be able to drive between these paddocks. Far out, that is awesome. Where's those big culverts? There they are. Oh, that looks absolutely fantastic. Bit of water going through there. I was wondering whether I need to put some rock down on top of this to sort of give it a bit of a hard top, I guess. But this will probably be alright because there won't be heaps of traffic going over it, and it's pretty wide, which is really good. I need to obviously fence this now. I'll just whack a post in that side. Oh, I could even rail that little bit there. Post and rail that, and then I'll take that post out and put another one in, bigger one. Just bungee it, I think. But that looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely going to be a bit of a time saver. So I used to have to drive all the way around to get to these paddocks down here, and it took me, I'd say, probably 10 or 15 minutes in the tractor. It's pretty bumpy sort of through here, and you've got to go a certain way because there's a couple of corners that you can't get through. So, you know, that's half an hour here and back, which is definitely a massive time saving. But it also gives me options now because I want to stick this paddock here into maize this coming season. There are a couple of drain cleaning piles down the other end. I got them to sort of scoop out. You can actually see there was a couple here, and he scraped them off and used it for fill on top of these culverts here, which is awesome. But I want to get the discs in, disc it up, level it, make it nicer when we mow it. And it's the same with the next paddock and the next paddock. I can actually get there to get crops in now. Probably don't really want to do it year on year. I'd sort of do it that 1 year and then leave it in grass from then on, but it just gives me options to be able to do it now at least. I need to get the bulldozer in for those next 2 paddocks though, and get rid of those drain cleanings because there's heaps in those paddocks. I couldn't actually get big gear over here because there's a real tight corner up there, and I can't get, it was even hard enough getting the fertilizer truck around. I could only get the one that was articulated. So this just, it's just awesome. Even like when we do fertilizer, it's just a game changer going from that side of the drain to this one. You know, it's the same thing. I don't have to drive half an hour around. So yeah, I'm stoked. I think it's come up really, really good as well. A little bit of fencing, but that won't take too much. I can do all that myself. I might just get, while Doug's here, we'll just whack the post in with the post driver, and then I can finish off or I can tie up all the wire and whatnot. They weren't really big piles, but they look a lot better now that the top's been taken off them and knocked over. This paddock's probably one of the worst performing ones as well, so it's a good chance to get a good grass in here. Like, it doesn't really grow through the middle there, and it has been quite wet in there. So by going into maize and then drilling a grass in here, we should be able to get better performance out of this, because it is good ground. Like, it's nice flat land. This is that corner that's just really tight. What we need to do is rip it up. There's a culvert through here, but it's not very big pipe at the moment. We need to rip it up, put bigger stuff like what's down on the new one, and sort of extend it, like pull the fence this way just a little bit and take that corner off to make it a little bit easier, and sort of get rid of all this deer stuff. Yeah, it is slowly going. Could probably put a normal gate on there, but yeah, redo sort of all the rails and just get water going through there. It just makes it easier. Nothing sort of gets blocked when it's big like that. It's probably not on the urgent list of things that need doing, but it's definitely on the list for the future. But I'm really stoked with how things have gone the last couple of days. These jobs are only little ones, but it's just so good to get them ticked off. There will be more little ones that keep appearing on that list. But if we can get the digger in every year and sort of tick things off, hopefully eventually we won't have to get it in. But I guess there's always something you can do, and it would be nice to do some bigger projects, but at the end of the day, we've got to be able to afford to do those things in the first place. But I was talking about planting or repairing and planting one of the drains up there, and I did find something through Fonterra that I can apply for to get a bit of money from them to try and do it. So I'm going to apply for it. If I get accepted, that's all good. We can either accept it or decline it, I suppose, but it would be nice to kind of know where we stand, and otherwise we'll probably just try and do it on our own if I can't get it. But at least I know there is something out there. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. It might be a little bit bitsy and all over the place. It's because I've been trying to run around and get things done. I am actually heading away on school camp tomorrow with Willie. It's just an overnight stay down at the school there for the junior people at the school. But I've just been trying to do things or get things done for Dad to make it easier for him tomorrow. But like always, hopefully you enjoyed it, and other than that, see you next time.